How's it going, guys? Eric here from Techisode TV, and today we're taking a look at the top 10 accessories for the Galaxy Note 8 and S8. All of the accessories mentioned in this video have Amazon links in the description, so if you don't want to wait to see what's in the video, just check down there. The Iottie One Touch 3 version 2 mount is by far one of my favorite car mounts. It has a telescoping neck, it's reversible, and has a fully rotating and tilting mount that is extremely solid with almost no wiggle at all. To mount your phone, just press it into this giant button and the sides will clamp down. To release your phone, just press in the two bars on the side until they click. You can fit phones up to 3.5 inches wide and any height. The locking mechanism has padding on the sides and the bottom so that your phone won't get scratched, and it holds extremely well. Like really well. At the bottom, there's an adjustable footrest that can extend outward to fit larger phones, or retract for smaller phones. It can also shift left or right so you always have access to your ports. However, this is where the only downside is on the mount. The footrest has an opening that's just wide enough to plug in a micro USB, USB-C, or lightning cable. But when you pop your phone in, it will occasionally be grabbed off center, which means your ports won't be lined up anymore, and you'll need to adjust the footrest again in order to plug a cable in. Back to the positives. Since there are so many adjustments, you can mount this to your windshield or your dash in loads of different orientations. But best of all, since the arm is telescoping, you can get your screen within finger's reach from your steering wheel, which is great for switching songs or answering calls if you don't have steering wheel controls in your car. The sticky pad will stick to most dashboards without a problem, but if you have a particularly unruly dashboard, you can also use the included dashboard mounting pad. The sticky pad can also be washed to help get its stickiness back. Next up, we have wireless chargers. This is actually one of the reasons why I switched from the Google Pixel back to the Galaxy Note 5 before the S8 was released. Once you've used wireless charging for an extended period of time, it's hard to go back to plugging in. So my top choices for wireless charging pads are the Choetech flat wireless charger and the Senio angled wireless chargers. These are inexpensive and support fast wireless charging, which can charge your Galaxy S8 and Note 8 faster than an iPhone 7 Plus charges with a cable. These are vastly less expensive than the official Samsung chargers, and in my experience, have charged the Samsung devices just as fast as the official ones. However, they don't feel nearly as premium as Samsung's offering. You all knew the Gear VR was going to be on this list. This is hands down one of the coolest gadgets I've used in years. Many of the games are super immersive, and Samsung's new controller adds a much needed dimension to the experience. To the unacquainted, the Gear VR allows you to fight off hordes of zombies, pilot fighter jets in space to engage in galactic war, ride virtual roller coasters, try to escape haunted buildings, watch movies on the moon, or even relax on your own private beach, all from the comfort of your couch. This is truly one of those things that you just need to experience to understand. However, it's not without its faults. You only get 3 degrees of freedom, meaning you can look left, right, up, down, and tilt your head. But you won't be able to crouch down to see something better, or move forward, backwards, or side to side. If you want that level of immersion, I recommend the much more costly Htc Vive. A 256GB microSD card is another great addition. With 4K quickly becoming a standard for household TVs and computer monitors, it now makes sense to do most of your filming in 4K. The only problem is that 4K eats up a lot of storage. But with a 256GB microSD card, you can film in 4K for about 12 hours. If you don't feel like shelling out the cash for a 256GB microSD card, you could also just get a 32GB microSD card, which should be more than enough for most people. If you have the cash for it, the Gear S3 is, in my opinion, one of the best smartwatches currently on the market. It has a full color always on display, so your Gear S3 will always look like a regular watch when you're walking around. It also has Samsung Pay, which allows you to pay with your watch at almost any store that has a regular credit card reader. That's right, the card reader doesn't even need to have NFC capabilities. And the battery life is phenomenal. When I first bought the watch, I got about 2 full days when using the always on display, and up to 4 days with light use and the always on display off. Almost a year later, I'm still getting just shy of 2 full days while using the always on display, which is pretty good considering I've only had this watch off my wrist for an accumulative 10 days in the past year. Tap the card on the screen or the link in the description if you want to see my full in-depth review of the Gear S3. If you've ever gotten back from work or school after a long day and are going to be headed right back out to meet up with some friends for the night, you're going to want one of these, a fast charger for your car. The Anker Quick Charge 3.0 charges up to 2 phones just as quick as a fast wall charger. That means you can get around 40 to 50% of your battery charged in just 30 minutes of driving to your destination, which is more than enough juice to get you through the night. The DeX dock transforms your Note 8 or S8 into a full-blown desktop computer, complete with a file browser, multiple window capabilities, a start menu, taskbar, a full suite of Microsoft Office applications, the ability to share your screen while on a video call, and of course, a desktop for all your shortcuts. It has an HDMI output that can drive a 1080p display, 2 USB ports for data transfer or peripheral connections like a mouse or keyboard, and even has an Ethernet port if you want to hardwire your phone to the internet. Having used the DeX dock for a few months now, I can comfortably say that this is a full desktop replacement for anyone who just uses a computer for emails, web surfing, watching videos, and Microsoft Office tasks like Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. The only people who couldn't use this as a desktop replacement are hardcore gamers or anyone who uses desktop-specific applications like Photoshop that can't be installed on your Samsung smartphone. The next one is something you've probably never seen before, a magnetic data and power connector. You just plug one of these tiny connectors into your phone, then, when you want to plug in, just bring the cable close to the phone and it will magnetically snap into place. It's also reversible just like your USB-C cable. And it fits inside most cases. To top it all off, it also supports fast charging when you plug it into a fast charger. This is a great alternative for people who are diabolically opposed to wireless charging, but don't want to fumble around in the dark to plug their phone in before they go to sleep. The 2017 edition of the Gear 360 camera is a tiny camera that can film 4K videos in 360 degrees. I've been blown away at how awesome these videos are, and how useful it is when taking pictures with a group of friends around a table or at a wedding. It's cool enough to be able to share videos on Facebook for friends and family to feel more involved in an event you filmed, but the Gear 360 really shines when you pair it with the Gear VR. You can film some adventures with the Gear 360, then relive them in virtual reality. Now, bear in mind that the Gear 360 has a video resolution limit of 4K, so don't expect an ultra-sharp image when watching the video on the Gear VR. Photos, which can be taken at 15 megapixels, definitely look better, but it's still not quite enough pixels for photorealism just yet. Most people throw a case on their phone, so why not take a look at 8 of the best cases on the market? Click one of the links in the description to see the top 8 cases for either the Note 8 or the S8. And I'm giving away all of the cases, so check out the videos to learn how you can snag one for yourself. This is just the beginning of a lot of Note 8 coverage, so drop a line in the comments below to let me know what you guys want to know about the Note 8, and I'll try to include as much as I can in my upcoming videos. Like the video if you liked it, share it if you loved it, and subscribe to see the rest of my Note 8 coverage. And while you're at it, click that YouTube notification bell so you can be the first to know when the Note 8 videos drop. That's it for this Techisode. I'll see you guys in the next one.